Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the workshop. It's fabulous to have you here as we are here on our interlude project, which is the Viking SEAX. It's a fun project, and I'm thrilled to say that Skillshare is sponsoring today's episode. Skillshare is an online learning platform. They have over 19,000 online courses in videography, photography, productivity, business, marketing, all that fun stuff. And the first 799 of you to hit the link in the description below. Act fast. It's going to go fast. First 799 of you are going to get 2 months of Skillshare for free. Premium membership's usually only about $10 a month, but if you act fast, you can get those 2 months for free. Thank you, Skillshare, for sponsoring the video. Thank you guys for being here, because we need to hand sand this blade and make ourselves up a handle. I messed up again. I got careless. There is no other excuse than being careless and too lazy to focus on the details. Come on, Alec, you talk about it so much. I talk about it so much, and yet I am still making silly mistakes that I should be avoiding. I could have avoided this so easily. Let me show you on the board what I've just done. Right, so we're gonna be looking this way at the knife. And this is kind of what our edge looks like. One plunge line is down there, and the other plunge line is up here. And on that side, I've already taken it to 400 grit, which is ridiculous because now what we need to do is go back to 120 and work down in this direction to bring that plunge line back level. Pretty frustrating to still be making these silly mistakes. Hopefully, one day I'll at least learn and avoid them a little bit. Okay, it's a little better. Now, we'll wrap this puppy up, gonna tape it up, and now I've got my file guide on, and we're gonna file this all flat with a nice little radius there before we start on the handle. Okay, and with that done, I'm gonna remove the little file guide, and we're now gonna run on into the grinding room, and we're gonna take this tang, and we are going to cut it down a little bit, and then we're gonna slim it down a good deal so that once this is etched, we don't have to do anything other to the tang. It's still rather thick right now, so in we go. Okay, so what I've got is every 20 millimeters I have a line, and we're going to use this grid paper, which is 5mm grid, to help plot this out. And I'm going to take measurements, note them down, so that we can be as efficient as possible when it is that we etch it, because while etching it, we're going to be able to prepare our handle. I'm going to measure this side of it. There we go. And before we go into the etch, I'm going to take this tracing. I'm going to plan out what we're going to do for the handle, which I think is going to be something rather simple, but we'll add our own little twist to it. We're going to put topper, antler, if we've got enough, and then we'll have the rest. We'll have a think about that. First, let's get this degreased and go into the etch, then we can work out the rest of the handle. Make sure our scratch pattern's looking good. We'll hit it with some acetone. Recently found out acetone's bad for you, so don't breathe it in. Apparently you'll die. And into the ferric chloride. Again, I am so smart. Into the ferric chloride we go. While that is in the etch, we are going to pick the handle material, and I've already picked it. Antler and oak. As far as I understand, though Viking, what we're making is more going to be a representation of the things that were made in England in the Viking era when the Vikings conquered us. And so I thought, what better tree than an oak tree for getting conquered by the Vikings? This should be plenty wide enough. And this is an antler that a viewer very kindly sent me a long while ago when I was even at my old workshop. So this was over a year ago. Thank you. I wish I knew who it was, but he sent me an antler, and I'm very grateful. I think he found it in his backyard. Should leave us plenty of material. We're going to cut off this little base of the antler, take ourselves a little piece. You know what? I think we can just get to it. So what I'm doing now is I'm using my little shear here to roughly shear in our copper whatchamawatsit. Now we have the antler fitting. This here is fitting. I did some clever hammering to get it to fit nicely. Never done that before. Seemed to work quite nicely. Our oak is very close to fitting. We just need to do a little more shaving on that. I'd say we're making pretty good progress. Once we got this cut a little closer, it's going to be into the grinding room. Clean up these edges, smooth it all off, bring the face to a little bit of a nicer finish, and then get the oak part of our handle all sorted out. That was a fun little interlude project, lots of learning here in the forge, and of course, as always, I hope that you enjoyed the cinematography behind it, how the videos were shot. And I take really great pride in the quality of the videos that it is that we're making, and a part of that is the actual filming itself, and a little bit of an interest in photography that I had before I started making videos. And that's why I want to again thank today's sponsor, which is Skillshare, and point you to this course in particular. This course is about learning composition in photography. It's by Porter Yates. It's on Skillshare. I highly recommend you go and have a look. The first 799 of you that click the link in the description below are going to get their first 2 months. You're going to get 2 months of Skillshare for free. After that, their premium membership is only $10 a month. It's a fantastic deal and a great opportunity. They've got 19,000 courses in everything from videography and photography, which I think are nicely intertwined, from business to illustration to all that fun stuff. You want to paint a watercolor? You can learn it on Skillshare. Thank you, Skillshare, for sponsoring the video. Don't forget, 799 of you are going to get 2 months of it for free. I will see you tomorrow on the next episode. We're back at the Bowie Knife then, and it's going to be a pleasure to see you there.